Have you ever wondered what life is really like in Cuba, beyond the classic cars and postcard-perfect beaches? Sure, we've all seen the vibrant photos, pastel buildings, vintage Chevys cruising down Havana streets, and sun-drenched coastlines. But there's another side to this Caribbean island, one that's complex, unexpected, and rarely shown to the world. Today we're diving into 15 surprising facts that reveal what everyday life in Cuba is truly like. From dual currencies and Wi-Fi parks to government-run hitchhiking and underground media networks, this is the Cuba you've never seen before. Stick around until number 15. It might just change the way you think about family forever. Number 1. Dual currency system until 2021. For nearly 30 years, Cuba had one of the strangest economies in the world. The country ran on a dual currency system. The Cuban peso, CUP, for locals, and the convertible peso, CUC, for tourists and luxury goods. This meant two prices for almost everything, depending on which currency you had. It created deep economic inequality. Those with access to CUCs could afford better food, electronics, and even healthcare. The system was finally unified in 2021, but the divide it created still lingers in everyday Cuban life. Number 2. Ration books still exist. Despite reforms, Cubans still rely on government-issued Visaras ration books, called libreta, to access essential goods like rice, beans, sugar, and oil. These rationed items are sold at heavily subsidized prices, but they only last for about 10 days. After that, families must turn to the black market, bartering, or family abroad to get by. The libreta is a relic of the 1960s, but in Cuba, it's still a lifeline. Number 3. Internet access is limited. Think your Wi-Fi is slow? In Cuba, internet access is still a major hurdle. For years, people could only go online at public Wi-Fi parks, designated hotspots where families gathered after dark, staring into their glowing phones on park benches. Home internet is growing, but remains expensive, slow, and tightly controlled. Many websites are still blocked, and social media use is carefully monitored. Number 4. Education is free and taken seriously. Despite these challenges, Cuba takes education very seriously. The country boasts one of the highest literacy rates in the world, over 99%. Schooling is completely free, from kindergarten through university. Becoming a doctor, teacher, or engineer is a major achievement, even though the pay is often shockingly low. In Cuba, education is a tool of pride and resistance. Number 5. Classic cars are a necessity, not just a vibe. Those colorful 1950s. American cars you see in tourist photos, they're not just props, they're daily drivers. Due to decades of US sanctions and restrictions on imports, Cubans have kept these ancient vehicles running with ingenuity. Think Russian engines, homemade parts, and serious creativity. But owning a car in Cuba isn't easy. In fact, it's a luxury. Many families rely on bicycles or public transport instead. Number 6. Healthcare is free and exported. Cuba's healthcare system is world-renowned and totally free for its citizens. But here's the twist. Cuba actually exports doctors. Thousands of Cuban medical professionals work in countries like Brazil, Venezuela, and Angola, often under government contracts. It's one of the island's biggest sources of foreign income, even as hospitals at home face shortages of supplies and medicine. Number 7. Private business was banned, then allowed. For decades, private business vista was illegal in Cuba, but in recent years, the government began to loosen restrictions. Now, Cubans can run restaurants, barbershops, and even Airbnb rentals. However, the state still monitors everything, from business permits to supply chains. Entrepreneurs face constant hurdles, but many see this shift as a sign of slow but hopeful progress. Number 8. Hitchhiking is normal and required. In Cuba, hitchhiking isn't just accepted, it's actually encouraged by the government. Official. Hitchhiking spots. Exist on highways, and many state vehicles are required by law to pick up passengers. This system helps people travel cheaply in a country where public transportation is unreliable and fuel is scarce. It's a uniquely Cuban solution to an ongoing challenge. Number 9. Music and dance are everywhere. In Cuba, music isn't a hobby, it's a way of life. From Afro-Cuban drumming to salsa, reggaeton, and son, rhythm is in the air everywhere. Walk down any street and you'll hear music spilling from windows, courtyards, and classrooms. Dancing isn't reserved for clubs or special occasions. In Cuba, it's just part of being alive. Number 10. Censorship is real. Behind the festive energy lies a more controlled reality. Freedom of speech is limited in Cuba. Independent journalism is heavily suppressed, and criticizing the government can lead to arrest, job loss, or worse. Most media is state-run, and many websites, including foreign news outlets, remain blocked or restricted. While some young Cubans use VPNs, online freedom is far from guaranteed. Number 11. Queues are a daily routine. In Cuba, waiting in line isn't an occasional inconvenience. It's a daily ritual. Whether it's for bread, chicken, or soap, lines can stretch around the block. There's even a job known as colero, someone who gets paid to hold your spot in line. It's yet another example of Cuban resourcefulness in the face of scarcity. Number 12. The black market keeps things moving. With government stores often empty or out of stock, many Cubans turn to the black marketos for essentials. From shampoo to car parts, these underground networks fill the gap. It's risky and technically illegal, but often the only way to survive in an economy plagued by shortages and bureaucracy. Number 13. TV is state-run, but el paquete is the hack. Cuban television is heavily censored and mostly government-run, with a focus on educational or pro-government programming, but Cubans have found a clever workaround. El paquete semanal, or the weekly package. It's an underground USB drive that gets passed around, packed with pirated movies, shows, and music from abroad. It's how many Cubans stay informed and entertained in a restricted media environment. Number 14. Tourism is a lifeline and a divider. Tourism is one of Cuba's biggest industries, bringing in vital foreign currency. Many families make a living by renting rooms, offering tours, or selling souvenirs to visitors. But this creates inequality. A tour guide or Airbnb host often earns more than a doctor or teacher. Those connected to tourism thrive, while others are left behind. Number 15. Family abroad means everything. For many Cubans, having family overseas is more than emotional support. It's economic survival. Remittances sent from relatives in the US, Spain, or other countries often make the difference between scraping by and living comfortably. US dollars are prized, and some families rely entirely on money from abroad to afford medicine, clothing, and even food. In a country where opportunities are limited, family across borders can mean everything. Cuba is a land of contradictions, vibrant yet restrained, proud yet struggling, open-hearted yet tightly controlled. These 15 facts only scratch the surface of what life is really like for the Cuban people. So, the next time you see a photo of a vintage car rolling through Havana, remember? Behind the beauty lies a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet determination. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into life around the world. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.